So I had this investment idea a couple months ago and it keeps popping back up in my mind. So I take that as a sign of it being something I should pay attention to. And what this idea is not to necessarily look for the thing that's going to give me the 100x, the craziest investment, or even the safest investment by any means, but rather looking at it through a framework of investing in things that I want to exist in the world, rather than just what ROI does it directly give me. The way I see it, I can only do so many projects, right? Like I have a bunch of ideas that I like, a bunch of ideas that I think would work, but there's only so much time, there's only so much energy, there's only so many things I can choose to actively work on. So this idea is to invest in ideas that I love, ideas that I wish I could be doing, but I'm not, just because of restraints of whatever, time mainly, I guess, time and just attention and focus, and just the ability to run so many things at once. So the reason I like this is because it's just choosing to see business in the world not just as an allocation of dollars and money and numbers on a screen, right? And Elon Musk had an interesting tweet about Warren Buffett that I really liked, just saying he's just a capital allocator, right? He's very smart, he's very skilled at what he does, but he's not creating things in the world. And that's something I think about a lot. It's just, what do I want to create in the world myself? What do I wish was created by others? So I keep thinking about this from that lens. People are angel investors looking for the next Uber, stuff like that. And I'm thinking about being an angel investor of sorts, but not for businesses that I think make the most sense numbers wise, but just because I love this project, just because I think the world needs more of that, just because I wish I had the time to work on that product or that mission or that whatever it is. And I've said it before a bunch of times, like I just see business as a means to an end. Generally, I am not obsessed with ROI and saving every dollar by any means. I really don't, that's very popular right now, and I'm not particularly into that. I'm all for making tons and tons and tons of money, but I'm only into that because of what that can create for your personal lifestyle and what that can create in terms of being able to shift the world in directions that you want to, through products, through services, through, who knows, donations, through awareness. Being rich and wealthy is a way to create things. And my friend Sam has a framework that I love and I will steal, which is, it's a framework for when do you actually know to do the idea, right? Like we have a bunch of ideas, like this investment ideas, or various business ideas, next things you could do, but how do you know which to choose? This is a question I think about a lot. I've asked other entrepreneurs, when did you go from project A to pulling the trigger on starting project B? And I'm paraphrasing this, but what Sam says is that the decision is just whether you actually do it or not. Like there's no making the decision. It's that the ideas that are good enough for you to do, you're just going to be doing. And so I think this idea for me is falling into that camp. I reached out to the first business that I have my eyes on. I have a running list of areas, missions, broad things, but then also a list of hypothetical businesses that I would be proud to own a piece of. That's the way I'm thinking about it. What are the things that I want on my resume of sorts that I would just love to be a part of? Friends' businesses, people that I know and love, and I love the products. So I reached out to the first one and I'm seeing where it's going, but it seems like it's going to happen. And assuming it does, it'll be cool because I can, the same way I do with RSNV, I can talk about this brand, have the founder on, things like that. But I'm excited about this framework in general. And, just the idea of not always seeking the highest ROI, but thinking of ROI in terms of what it does for your life or for the world, and not just for, another percentage point on your annual return that you can do some weird creative write-off loophole to save yourself a few extra dollars or whatever. I think I would prefer to allocate money into things that I just would be proud of. So I am curious what you guys think of this idea, though if you watched my last video, you'll probably understand that I'm not putting this out there to be pushing upon you the way that I want you to think about things or the way I think you should be investing. This is just my idea. It's something that I like, it's something that I'm feeling good about, and something that I'm exploring. And that's it.